I've done a lot of content this year about how to date during a pandemic, but it doesn't seem like things are really changing anytime soon. So we need to have a look at, if you are continuing to date during this crazy time, what may have changed. Now, it is really important that if you are dating during a pandemic, yes, you might want to have a conversation around, so how are you finding lockdown? Or, hey, this year is crazy, isn't it? But don't dwell too much on the pandemic and COVID. I think people are kind of sick of hearing it. Yes, we need to tune into the news, have a little look what's going on where the cases are, but we don't want to be continually talking about it in our personal lives. Now, you also need to make sure that you step up the creative game. If you are dating online, then people have found really cute ways to be creative with their date night ideas, whether it's ordering takeaway from the restaurant they would take someone to, or doing little activities, or even double dating online. So just keep in mind that we are a few months into this pandemic. People have probably been very creative already, so you may need to step up that game to make an impression. Now, also too, online dating at the moment specifically might not be about romance necessarily, but connection and companionship and even distraction. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but just keep in mind that a lot of people are looking for a connection right now, and it might not necessarily lead to anywhere romantic, but if that can provide a purpose in your life for the both of you, then I think that's great. Be very aware of mental health. A lot of people are really struggling this year, and if something does come up during an online date or even a physical date, then you may need to address that with the person. If you can see each other, right? So this is for the people that are not in hard lockdowns. You need to actually remind yourself that priorities have shifted, maybe even for you as well. For a lot of people, there is more of an urgency to settle down because who knows what's around the corner, rather than casually dating multiple people. Now, if you are going to go on a date and you have the fortune to be able to physically date, then you need to plan ahead. I've noticed a lot of restaurants and bars, everywhere needs to take a booking. The spontaneous date is not really as easy as it used to be. Now, we used to talk about sexual health. We still do talk about sexual health. Also consent and boundaries. But one of the things that we now need to incorporate into the dating sector is COVID safety. And I do believe that COVID safety is a form of respect. We don't know how everybody is necessarily taking it, if someone is at high risk, if someone has concerns. But I think we need to ask those questions and also make sure that the other person and yourself feel safe. Now, for those that like to date multiple people, this is going to be a bit of a tricky one because dating multiple people might put someone else at risk. So this is also a conversation that you may need to have and something you need to consider. So if you are dating or continuing to date during a pandemic, I wish you all the best and hopefully things go back to normal soon.